Week to waiver wire, top pickups and drops vertical line Bleacher Report. Back to login. Sign up. Bleacher Report. Home. NFL. CFB. MLB. NBA. NHL. CBB. Soccer. UFC. WWE. Golf. More. Swagger. Video. Blogs. My teams. Edit favorites. NFL. Fantasy. Home. Blogs. Archives. Newsletter. JFC East. JFC North. JFC South. JFC West. NFC East. NFC North. NFC South. NFC West. Fantasy football. Want more real-time fantasy football news? Visit Team Stream on BleacherReport.com. Week to waiver wire, top pickups and drops. By Eric Mack, Fantasy Football Lead Writer on September 10, 2013. 177K reads. 73. Share tweet. Previous 1 of 8. Next. Julius Thomas coming out party will make him the most popular pickup off Week 2's waiver wire. Dustin Bradford / Getty Images. You might have earned the number 1 waiver priority with your Week 1 disaster, but consider it a blessing in disguise. You get the first pickings of a pretty good class of free agents now. Hardly anyone goes undefeated in fantasy football. There are just too many variables out of a fantasy owner's control week to week. We help you load up for Fantasy Week 2 here as we dissect the top options who are likely available on your waiver wire. We cannot precisely project who is actually available in each of your leagues, so we use the fantasy ownership data from ESPN leagues and focus on the players under-owned there. There should be ample quarterbacks Philip Rivers, Carson Palmer and Matt Schwab, wide receivers Julian Edelman, Eddie Royal and DeAndre Hopkins, and tight ends Julius Thomas, Jordan Cameron and Martin Lewis Bennett to go around, but we are left to dig deeper into the running back pool. It is truly the toughest position in fantasy to stock, and Week 1 didn't give us a big injury to take advantage of. We have all of your waiver candidates to add, monitor and even ignore in this slideshow. Quarterbacks, add Philip Rivers, Carson Palmer and Matt Schwab. The Chargers' Philip Rivers open with 4 touchdown passes against a very good Texans defense Monday night. Donald Merle / Getty Images. Quarterbacks to add. Philip Rivers, San Diego Chargers. Week 1 stats, 14 of 29 for 195 yards, 4 TDs, 1 int and 18 yards rushing. Rivers needed to find some go-to targets. While he didn't have a true go-to man, he spread the ball around Monday night and posted 4 touchdown passes to 3 receivers against a good Texans defense. Owned in just 19.1% of leagues, Rivers gets a suspect Eagles defense and will be playing in a shootout in Week 2. He might emerge as a starting option in all leagues again. Carson Palmer, Arizona Cardinals. Week 1 stats, 26 of 40 for 327 yards, 2 TDs and 1 int. It didn't take long for Palmer and Larry Fitzgerald to develop a serious connection, Palmer has arguably his best set of receivers he has had in his career, and he has a coach in Bruce Arians who loves to throw, especially downfield. Michael Floyd and Andrew Roberts are going to have career years, and Palmer and Fitzgerald might, too. He is available in almost 70% of ESPN leagues and is a good start at home against the Lions in Week 2. Matt Schwab, Houston Texans. Week 1 stats, 34 of 45 for 346 yards, 3 TDs and 1 int. Schwab's big Monday night performance was partly due to the game situations the Texans had to rally, which they rarely have to, and the fact Arian Foster wasn't 100% ready to carry a full load. But Schwab has something he hasn't had before in rookie DeAndre Hopkins, a complement to Andre Johnson on the outside. This could be Schwab's best year. Available in almost half of ESPN's leagues, he will prove to be a valuable backup or matchup-based fantasy option this year. Quarterbacks to monitor. Andy Dalton, Cincinnati Bengals. Week 1 stats, 26 of 33 for 282 yards, 2 TDs and 2 ints. Dalton faces the still stiff Pittsburgh Steelers defense in Week 2, but he has AJ Green ready to join Calvin Johnson in the upper stratosphere among fantasy receivers in his 3rd season. Also, Mo